Can your closing skills need a little help? Because depending on where you're at in your business journey, you might be very proficient when it comes to talking about the products and how they can really make an impact in people's lives and change it for the better. But are you just as effective and as proficient when it comes to closing the deal? And if not, this is definitely a skill that we want to work on, right? And I know this is something that I struggled with big time until I made a major mind shift the other day. And that's what I'll be sharing with you today, and give you 5-step process actually that's going to help you be more effective and close the deal more easily and more confidently. Okay, so I'm really excited to bring that to you today, and I'm also excited you're here. So hello and welcome. In case we've met before, my name is Katrine from bloomwithkatrine.com, and I'm coming live to you from the beautiful Bavarian forest over here in Germany. And I hope you're not shy and you're ready to drop me down below that you're here. Hi, say hi, and where you're tuning in from, so I can circle back around and say hi to you. I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm going live here on my page. I give value every day to help you take your business to the online space. So it's going to be sustainably successful, and it's going to be an enjoyable, a soulful business that you're building there, right? Because I don't know about you, but there were times in my life when I actually felt I had to kind of like sell my soul to make my business work for me. And that's definitely not what we have to do. Okay, so I'm really happy you're here, and let's dive on in. Let's talk about it. I know for me, when I got started, sharing is caring, and telling people about the amazing products I had and educating them on their benefits, I nearly felt I was becoming a professor. I was becoming an expert. I had so much product experience and so much product knowledge that I wanted to give everybody out of sheer excitement and honest an honest need to help people in their life, right? Let me know whether you can relate. If you can, choose the red color and let it float across the screen. So I know I'm not the only one here. But when it came to closing, I always managed to have my presentations about the educating part and helping people part really, really long. And the closing part was like this short, and sometimes I would even forget it. Okay, let me know whether you can relate to that as well. So that's my story. I hope yours is different, but if you can relate, let me know so I know I'm not the only one. Fact is, closing obviously is a major skill set, one that we can always work on and improve on, and we need it to make money, right? So we can make an impact, so we can fulfill our goals, so we can make our dreams come true. Money makes the world go round, and quite a number of things are easier with a bit of money in our pocket. Would you agree? So let's learn how to close the deal. And what I have to share with you might actually surprise you. I'm really curious if this is going to surprise you. So let's dive on in, okay? I have a 5-step process that I learned from a mentor of mine, and that really helped me understand and make a mindset shift. Because when I got started in networking and sharing, my products with people, I thought I had to do it all by myself. I had to learn everything by myself and I had to do it all by myself. Let me know whether you can relate to that one. Okay, so this was a major shift for me. And it was actually when I understood that I'm most effective when it comes to closing, when I'm actually not doing it myself. This is a hint, okay, to what's coming. That was really a major shift in my success as well. So let's dive on in. Step number 1 is congratulate yourself when you experience this, right? So you put out a post, maybe it's a written post with a picture of you, maybe it's a live video you do, maybe it's a story you do, and it creates curiosity in your perfect prospect, somebody who wants to learn more, right? So they send you that in the comments and you take that conversation into Messenger, or you even get a message in Messenger saying, hey, I'm really intrigued about what you shared. Can you tell me a bit more about that? That's an awesome moment, isn't it? And let me know what your initial impulse is to do now, especially if you're anything like me and you know a lot about the product and or the business aspect of what it is that you have to offer. Would you agree Or is it the same for you? Because I know that's my initial impulse, is to go ahead and open the gutters, right? And just tell people everything I ever learned. Okay, let me know whether you can relate. So I used to definitely be a severe case of verbal diarrhea. I hope that term makes sense in English. Let me know. But I know that was definitely where I was at. So when you get a message, when people actually want to know more, want to learn more, want to have more info, congratulate yourself, be happy, take a deep breath and hold those horses. Okay, don't open the gates, but actually close them deliberately, because it's going to overwhelm your prospect. Have you ever had that experience when you really opened up and you really shared everything you knew about whichever subject with somebody, and you could actually see it in their eyes, how they're shutting down? The longer you talk, the more they're shutting down. Let me know whether you can relate. A very painful experience, right? So be happy, be glad when people want to know more, when they want to have more info, and do not start the verbal diarrhea, but they asked for information, not your entire life experience, not all your knowledge about about what it is that you shared with them, but some information. So that's step number one. Take a deep breath, hold your horses. Okay, you with me? Cool. Step number two, you want to send them an information, a piece of information, a sort of resource. Maybe it's a video, maybe it's a presentation, maybe it's a PDF, whatever that looks like on your team, whatever you have available for your newbie who wants more info. Do not tell them everything, but send them that information. And before you do, remember this: the less you say, the more you make. Okay, this is a huge one. Write it down. The less you say, the more you make, right? So maybe your message back, your reply to somebody sending you more info is, hey, sure, I'd love to give you some more info. Is it best for me to send you my 5-minute video, right? In Messenger, or would you rather have me email it to you? Okay, so they're going to come back with some sort of response, and now you can, before you actually go ahead and send it, you're going to set the expectation of having a follow-up conversation. That's step number 3, and that's a major one. And if you're lacking that, that might be why follow-up is a little bit of an icky thing for you, right? Let me know if you can relate. I know it used to be very strange for me, so I would send people some information, and I would not have set a follow-up appointment of some sort with them. And also the expectation that there was going to be a follow-up. And then there was like this, okay, how do I continue the conversation now in Messenger? Let me know whether you can relate, right? It can be a bit strange, right? So have you taken a look yet? Kind of, right? Not very, I'm not going to say professional, but you can be more effective than that, right? So let's become more effective. So in step number 3, before you're going to send them whichever resource you have available for people, you're going to get permission to follow up with them later. That might look like something, hey, great, I'm going to send you that 5-minute video over to your email address. And by the way, let them give you their best email address, not just an email address, okay? So say something like, great, I'm going to send over that resource to you, that 5-minute video, to your email right now. When do you think you have 5 minutes to take a look at it, or however long it's going to take them? If it's a PDF, tell them how many pages it is, how much time it's going to take them, so they can actually give you an educated reply on when they will have time to invest 10 minutes into the resource that you're sending them. And also, and please also let me know when's a good time, for me to either follow up with you, if that's the wording you want to use, or when's a good time for us to have another conversation so I can be there for you for any questions you might have, right? So really always come from a place of service and set the expectation that you're going to follow up with your prospect. Make sense? Helpful? This was huge for me when I discovered that. So step number 4 is follow up like a professional. And this was my huge aha moment when my mentor shared this with me. She's like, yes, you have set the expectation that there was going to be a follow-up. And now, so you don't have to do all the heavy lifting yourself. You don't have to do the closing yourself, especially if you're starting out, or especially if you have a new team member who's maybe not quite ready yet, right? you get your upline with you on that follow-up. I hope that's something that your upline offers you to do. If not, please ask them to jump on with you so they can help you close the deal if what you have is a great fit for the prospect, of course, right? So what I like to do is I like to tell people who want more information about what I have to offer is like, hey, I've got, I would love for my friend Susie to join us on our Zoom or on our, even maybe I create a little group chat with them. She's been using the products way longer than I have, or she's been in the business way longer than I have, right? So you edify them. And she's going to help me answer any questions you might have, because to me, it's really important that you get all the answers you need to make an educated decision, whether this is a right fit for you. Make sense? So, and then on that call, you're going to work together with your upline to see whether what you have is a great fit, what they liked best, and also to close them, right? So this does a few things for you. And especially if you're anything like me and you used to think and feel that you need to get it, to do everything by yourself, this is really, really more effective. Okay. Why? First thing, as long as you have a new team member, you're going to help them earn while they learn from you. Now, you can teach people anything in a team training, and that's a very important thing to have, is regular team trainings, 1-2 times a week, however many works for you and your team, right? And it's one thing to teach it there, but it's a completely different ballgame to actually have somebody by your side showing you what to say, how to talk, what kinds of questions to ask, and really guiding you along so you can learn from your upline while you start earning, since they're helping you close your deals. Make sense? So you do not need to become an expert, especially when it comes to products, but also the comp plan, also the opportunity, right? You don't need to be an expert before you actually start talking to people. A very, very important thing to duplicate on your team, right? You can learn how to create curiosity in a post, right? And if you need help with that, drop me blueprint down below, because I have a blueprint for you that's going to teach you how to do exactly that, how to start using your social media as a tool instead of a toy, and how to use it to pull your ideal prospect into you. That's a very, very powerful thing to do, right? So when you get there, that you actually have a conversation because somebody is intrigued, they want to know more, you do now not have to become an expert overnight and learn everything about there is to know about what they might maybe need an answer to, but you actually have somebody on with you who is the expert, or is more of an expert than you are, and who can tell their story, you can tell your story, builds up that third-party validation as well, right? And it's going to grow your confidence because you hear your upline speak, and your downline hears you speak, and how you say things also important when it comes to compliance. If you're in health and wellness, like I and my team are, right? It's very important to make sure that your newbies have an awareness when it comes to that as well. Okay. Also, what else does it do? It's easy. Your prospect, they might not even be thinking about joining you. They might not even be thinking about creating a plan B for themselves. They might just be interested in some sort of product that gives you a certain benefit that they're looking for as well. But subconsciously, they're watching you. They're watching you. Could I do this? Okay. Maybe not even consciously, as I said, right? It's subconscious, but they're still watching you. So they might make it so easy that they think to themselves, hey, this isn't so hard. I can actually do that, right? And everybody really can do, with the right hand holding and the right system, anybody can build a really successful business, right? As long as they have a process to follow. Then obviously also, what does it do? It shows people that you don't have to do it by yourself. You are part of a team, and maybe you've heard that before. Teamwork makes the dream work. It's very, very true. So for me, that was huge, understanding that that's actually different than talking about your awesome team, is actually introducing people to awesome team members of yours, right? And then obviously it helps getting your new person into action from day one. They don't have to become the expert. They don't know how to close people. They don't need to know all of that before they start getting into conversations, if that makes sense. And now, step number 5, you might or might not need that. Very often, a skillful upline is going to help you close the deal right then and there. But nobody's got 100% closing rate. I haven't met that person yet. I know people who say they do, but I haven't really seen it in practice. So what do you do when you have a no-show? So you set the expectation, you actually, talk with your prospect, and you made an appointment more or less, right? Also introducing your upline and everybody's fine, and yes, go ahead and meet then, and then they don't show up. Please do not fall into the trap of thinking, oh, after all, it's not for them, but much more likely life got in the way, okay? So just send them a quick message going, hey, hope everything's fine with you. When's a good time for you during the next couple of days, or maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, whenever it fits you as well, you and your upline, obviously, to meet again, okay? And when they go really interested on the call, but then they need to think about things, absolutely normal. Please don't take it personal, because it never is. Just make sure that you communicate that your door is always open, because right now it might not be the best thing for them, but you never know what's going to come up in their life. Very soon, things might change for them. Very soon, they might be open to joining you, and they will remember. Now they're looking for a plan B. They will remember the conversation you had with them, the seed you planted, you and your upline planted inside of them, that you have a team, you have a system. This is actually not so very hard, and they're going to come to you whenever they're ready, if that makes sense. Okay, that's very, very important. Things can change in people's lives at any moment. Please never take it personally, and never close the door to people. Well, now, you said you wanted to join, and now you don't want to join. Don't take it personal. It's all about them. It's all about helping them make the best possible decision for themselves. And always make sure that you communicate and get it across that your door is always open. Okay, hope this is helpful. Again, if you need that blueprint of, well, it's great to know how to have a 5-step closing process, but how do I actually pull people into me so much, invite them to get to know, like, and trust me so much that they're willing to actually reach out to me? If that's something that you need help with, definitely check out that blueprint. Just drop the word blueprint down below, and I'm happy to introduce you to that amazing resource that I have available for you. So thanks so much for watching. As always, I hope this was helpful. Again, if you want that blueprint, let me know. And if you feel you know people who might need to have this information as well, please go ahead and send the broadcast on its way to them. Let's up our skills in this industry and create more and more people who have an effective plan B, so they can live the life of their dreams. Thanks for joining me, and take care and enjoy your closing conversations. All the best from Katrine. Bye for now.